Hello everyone, and welcome to How to Get 3 New Clients This Month, marketing strategies that will help coaches get new clients quickly. I'm just going to check that we're recording. Great, okay. Let's get going. This is for you whether you've just started your coaching business, have been going a little while, or are thinking of becoming a professional coach. Clients come and go. That's just an inevitable part of coaching life. And if your clients don't graduate, you know you're doing something that is not as effective as it could be. But in a business where the average stable of coaching clients often doesn't exceed more than 5 or 6 a month, and sometimes less, seeing a client leave can create anxiety because of the monthly gap you now have to fill. What's more, you don't want to fill that gap with the first prospect that comes along. Taking on a client for the sole reason of filling a gap in your monthly income can be a risky business. What if you land the sort of client that drains your energy or doesn't take action on your suggestions? That sort of client can do your coaching practice more harm than good. You won't get glowing referrals from an overly needy client, and she may, or he, may even end up bad-mouthing you, blaming you for your own inability to follow through on your coaching. Now imagine a business where you have clients on a waiting list, where your focus is to help each client graduate as quickly and as happily as possible, so you can help the next client waiting in line. Imagine a business where every client leaves you energized and inspired, your confidence soaring and your bank account always solvent. Wouldn't it be a relief to be able to fill any gaps in your practice at any given time? No more stress, no more anxiety over gaps in your income, and most of all, no more hits to your confidence or reputation because you felt you had to take on a client you secretly suspected was going to be trouble. So the challenge is balancing attracting the best type of client with the overwhelming need to fill income gaps when an existing client leaves. It's a real dilemma that almost every coach faces, especially when just starting out. Balancing attracting the best type of client with the overwhelming need to fill income gaps when an existing client leaves, or to fill income gaps full stop. But today I'm going to share with you 7 strategies that will set you up to not only fill that gap, but also attract quality clients. So get settled comfortably, make sure you have a drink handy, and get ready to take some notes. Ready? So let's begin. First of all, I'd like to introduce myself to you. My name is Karen Edgar, and I'm the founder of Smart Woman Academy. I'm a business coach and mentor, and I'm passionate about empowering a woman. I mean, my philosophy, the reason I called the business Smart Woman Academy, is because I believe it's a smart woman who, recognizing that her life is not working in the way that she would like, takes steps to do something about it. So that could be to leave the corporate world or any other kind of 9-to-5 routine, to go it alone, to take that leap, but also to take it a step further. They then recognize that they've overcome things, or they're working through things themselves, because we have come to teach what we also need to learn, and they take it forward as a coaching business into the world to help others. That's a smart woman. And my inspiration has come from lots of places, but one that springs to mind and is particularly poignant is when I was working in my previous career, which for 25 years I was a human resources manager. And I was working in my last contract, actually in the Foreign Office, with a woman who was literally chained to her desk, dying at her desk. That's how it seemed to me. We'll call her Celia. And she was being bullied by people above her, and she was quite senior herself in human resources. I mean, she interviewed me for the job, for example, the contract role that I had. But when I got to know her, it became clear that she wasn't being herself at all. She was off most of the time with mental health problems. And when she saw that I was leaving to start my own entrepreneurial network, I used to run a self-development group for entrepreneurs called Damsels in Success. When she saw that I was leaving to do something like that, she said to me, if I had my time again, very wistful. And then as she said that, the next words were, I would have been an actress. And she literally lit up when she said it. And she not only lit up when she said that, but then she also went on to say, or I'd have had my own business as a beauty salon. And she became a different person. She became the person that she was always destined to be, but wasn't allowing herself to be. So I said to her, well, why aren't you doing that now? A typical coaching question, but it was just a natural thing that I would ask. And she said, oh no, I couldn't possibly, I'm far too old. And she was 55. And I've got this golden pension that's waiting for me. But she was prepared for another 5 years, because she probably could retire at 60 in the civil service, but even another 5 years to sit at her desk and be chained to that desk and not be true to herself. So she, amongst other people, was my inspiration to make sure that women do look at ways to be true to themselves. So I'm very keen on women's empowerment, self-development, business, and taking women forward. I mean, in HR, I was always working with the future. Even recruitment was one of the things I really loved. And that's all about the future, but also learning and development. So I was interested in helping women move forward in their lives, in their careers. Okay. And I've also written a couple of ebooks, and one is called 7 Deadly Sins of the Female Entrepreneur and How to Have a Virtuous Business. The other one is 5 Steps to Fulfilling Your Life Purpose as a Coach, both of which are available if you email me at karen@smartwomanacademy.co.uk. Let's get on with the webinar. So, step 1, or strategy 1, for gaining clients is to ask for personal referrals. The simplest way to land a new client quickly is just to ask your existing clients to recommend you. The most natural way is also the least stressful. Just keep alert for praises or expressions of gratitude from your current clients. These types of comments often occur at the end of sessions. And these can be practice sessions too. So if you haven't quite started your coaching business, but you are working, you're doing your coaching qualification and you are working with practice clients, there's no reason why these have to be paid clients, because they set you up perfectly to say something like, I'm really glad I could help you. It's easy when I have someone as ready to take action on things as you were. I love helping clients like you. In fact, if you know anyone who you think might benefit from my coaching, I'd love it if you would recommend me. If you're coaching your client in person, you could add, in fact, may I give you a couple of my business cards? I'd appreciate it if you could pass them on to any of your friends who are as rewarding to work with as you. So you're actually praising them too. But I mean, make it sincere. You wouldn't actually be asking for referrals if it's someone who you weren't enjoying working with. If you haven't been asking for referrals, ask yourself if you're falling prey to these 2 common hang-ups. You feel uncomfortable asking, as if you're pressurizing your client, or you don't know how to ask without feeling greedy or needy. But asking current clients for referrals is too good an opportunity to miss. Chances are their families, friends, or business peers have noticed a change for the better in the way they communicate, their confidence levels, and all those other areas that benefit from positive, effective coaching. Because of this, your own chances of getting referrals that converts to a client are much higher than normal. So don't blow this opportunity. Counsel yourself just as you would counsel a client, and don't let those negative self-messages intimidate you. By all means, wait until your client has at least 3 or 4 sessions under their belt, because sometimes that can feel awkward if you ask too soon. For example, at the end of an introductory session, or after the client's first regular session, when she's enthusiastic but may still not trust you 100%. That's not to say you should never ask early, especially if the introductory call was part of a closed forum offer where people understand that referrals may be asked for. So if you were asking for, to try out a new coaching program or a new VIP day or something, then it's kind of like built in that if you're going to be offering something free or a very low amount, providing they enjoyed it and got something from it, then you can ask for a referral. And a good way to know is if she's specific in what she's enthusiastic about after an introductory strategy session or a first session. If she's just making happy noises but isn't sure what she's happy about in your coaching, it's probably not the right time to ask. That's why I always ask at the end of coaching session, did you enjoy, how was the session for you, and what was good about it or what was brilliant about it, or what was okay about it, using their words. Another great time to ask is when a client reports a concrete, measurable achievement, the sort that her peers are likely to notice. First, congratulate your client and compliment her on the steps she took to get such great results. Then ask for that referral. It's important to find a way to ask for referrals that feels comfortable for you. Okay, so it may not feel natural the first few times, but stick with it. Practice makes perfect. And as a coach, you know this yourself. You can't ask your clients to stretch out their comfort zones and still cling to yours, right? Each time you ask, you'll subconsciously tweak and refine what you say and how and when you ask it. It'll just become easier and easier. If you're still not convinced, remember there are thousands of coaches who do ask and do so comfortably. What do we usually call these types of coaches? One word: successful. One coach I heard of even had it printed on their business card. They said, "Your best thanks is a recommendation." You could go one step further. You could put it on your website, you could put it on your Facebook business page. And many coaches are even more upfront about asking for referrals because they offer commission or even provide forms or referral forms in thank you emails. If you do offer a cash commission, be sure that because you do run a slight risk of having people recommended to you that are not ideal clients, particularly if the commission is a generous one, so just be careful about that. If you're still balking at asking for referrals, perhaps it's the word itself that's tripping you up. Referral may make you feel that you're focusing on your own needs, and that may be the source of your discomfort. So why not ask for an introduction instead? An introduction puts the focus on the person you're being introduced to. The unspoken assumption that there is that you are a person who can help them. First, finally, do remember that you can also offer a simple affiliate program. This isn't appropriate for every field, but more and more coaches are doing this nowadays, especially those who work solely online. But really, you don't have to bribe or pay people for recommendations. You just have to look for opportunities in practice and actually do a good job so that they want to refer you. Asking for referrals will become a habit if you persevere. Soon you won't think twice and you'll recognize these opportunities to ask with just gut instinct. So, step 2, follow up with former clients. In addition to asking current clients for referrals, don't neglect your former clients. Some of them may be timid about asking you for another set of coaching sessions, or may not even realize they want more until you ask. That is, give them the opportunity. You can be flexible with the way you do this. So if you're comfortable phoning, just ring them up and do like a progress check. If they're ecstatically happy with the results they achieved under your coaching and don't have any current problems, ask for that referral. But if they tell you that they're struggling with something, this puts you in a perfect position to say something like, "As it happens, I do have a couple of coaching slots free if you'd like to book a session, and we can deal with that little challenge for you." If you're not comfortable with cold calling, send a follow-up email instead. This is the perfect chance to show your old client, or your former client, that you're thinking about her. And the relationship didn't just end when her last batch of sessions did. In fact, maintaining that relationship through email follow-up should be something you're already doing. Don't ask vague, open-ended questions, however. Give your former client a definite opportunity, time or method or place to contact you and receive further coaching. For example, send an email offering a tune-up session, and you can even reward your former clients by offering them a special price. You can finish off the special price session with an invitation to sign up for regular coaching again if you think they need it or if they express the wish. Create a new package, let your old clients know about it, and include instructions on how to sign up. Create a short survey at a site such as SurveyMonkey. Invite old clients to give you feedback through it and finish off with an invitation to return for coaching should they wish to. If you do use a site like SurveyMonkey, you might want to sign up for their paid plan so you can collect email addresses as well as brand your surveys on your own logo and colours. Whatever strategy you employ, make it crystal clear to your former clients that your offer is meant to reward and help them. You're doing something nice for them by inviting them to reconnect, particularly if there's a special deal they can enjoy. As with referrals, find the right moments to ask. In some cultures, bugging old clients is simply not done, and that's okay, but do make sure you're not asking for a legitimate reason, like the example just mentioned, and not just because you're uncomfortable asking. Step 3, host a free call or webinar offering training that leads straight to your coaching program. There are all sorts of opportunities in every field or area of life to do this. For example, if you're a social media coach, the next time a social network is about to bring in a huge change, be ready with a simple online coaching session to show people how to easily adapt. Then finish off with an invitation to learn more about becoming a social media celebrity with your new coaching package or group coaching membership site or course. Or if you're a public speaking coach, offer a webinar promising 10 surefire tips on overcoming paralyzing fear, for example. Then introduce your new Speaking Naturally webinar course. Or if you're a publishing coach, offer a webinar showing your ideal client how to solve a specific pain point, like the top 3 ways for easy, foolproof formatting of Kindle picture books. Then you can introduce or invite them to join your Kindle Mastermind coaching group at the end of the webinar. If you're a member of the groups related to your field, you can offer free training for group members. While this might not instantly generate a new client, what it does do is put you naturally and automatically in the position of being the go-to person for your speciality in that group. After all, you're the one who showed them how to do something, not the peers who were 10 steps ahead of you. Next time they have a question, they'll ask you. Next time someone asks them who can help them with a problem it's not their speciality, they'll think of you. So these are just a few examples. So for your own practice and field, remember the best principle of focusing on the area your ideal potential client is feeling the most current discomfort with, her current pain point, then offer to solve a particular aspect of that, one that will provide real help immediately in your webinar or teleseminar. Step 4, make the most of live events. Do you attend conferences and other live events? Do you know of several coming up in the following year? Offer to speak at a live event for free or for a fee if you're an experienced speaker. At the conclusion of your presentation, offer free 15-minute or 30-minute one-on-one sessions and don't wait for emails. Pass around a sign-up sheet. The most effective time to get those signatures is when your potential client is still all fired up from your presentation, not 3 days later, when she's at home with maybe jet lag or frantically trying to catch up with her regular workload. If your need is more urgent, don't wait for a live event to happen. Put one on yourself. Offer a workshop in a church basement or a library or in somewhere a bit more luxurious. But with a workshop or a church basement or library, you can often get these for free. And particularly if you're offering something that specifically benefits a community group or cause. Invite local prospects to your workshop. You can even add this up to a wider audience while targeting the conclusion of your presentation to only your ideal potential clients. Plus, give a live presentation for a wider audience can also present you with unexpected opportunities to reach a new ideal demographic that you didn't even know existed. When you do give your 15-minute sessions, however, be sure to keep them tightly focused on achieving a single specific goal, rather than giving a generic taste of coaching. If you can show someone how to overcome something, give her a method or strategy she can implement, or help her come up with a third alternative to an insoluble either-or problem, you will have her secretly clamoring to sign up for more results. Don't neglect to attend or even present live events yourself. These can often be the fastest and most instant source of new clients. Step 5, create something special just for your email subscriber list. If you have an active email subscriber list, especially if you have many non-clients signed up for tips and updates or your newsletters, then email your list with an offer for a special 3-call package or taste of coaching package. Again, even if you do go with the taste of coaching, do make sure you brainstorm with your clients to come up with an achievable small goals during this tasting session. The key here lies in remembering who you're targeting. And that brings me on to, do you actually know who you're targeting? Do you know who your ideal clients are? There's so many coaches that I'm working with or I'm aware of that don't know their target market. They know they want to be a coach and they kind of got an idea of what kind of coach they want to be. But some people just don't know how to go about finding their target market. And the key here lies in remembering who knowing who you're targeting. So does your list consist entirely or predominantly of old or current clients? Or does your list consist of those who can't afford coaching or don't have time, but do enjoy your tips or newsletters? Start your special towards your unique subscribers list's own pain points, as well as making it address objections, and weed out those who can't afford your special package deal. In fact, signing up for a 3-call package will deter the freebie seekers and those not ready for coaching far better than a free strategy session. Because sometimes when you call it a free strategy session, you will get what people call tire kickers. Making people pay is the surest way to attract only clients who can afford you. And clients who can't afford you are the ones you're going to be leaving you with the gaps. So really, you don't want to be approaching those. Remember to use keywords in your emails, especially in the subject lines, to attract the right sort of potential clients and repel the wrong ones. As a coach, what you don't need are time wasters, draining your energy and confidence. Do it right and your special offer will end up being less work, being more enjoyable, and attracting desirable clients who are easily able and willing to pay. And that leads me on to something I've created especially for those who are live on this call or listening to the recording. I have a 6-week coaching and mentoring program that will spark your coaching business. And I've just referred earlier to people coaches who don't know their ideal clients. So one of the first things we do is get clear on your desires and get clear on who your ideal client is and where they are. You see the benefits of going where you're wanted and not needed. And yes, there is a difference. And finding your people and tribe instead of just settling for anyone. So this will give you a lot of clarity. We'll spend 2 weeks getting very clear on your ideal clients. The next 2 weeks will be about your mindset, your wealth mindset. 80% of business is about mindset, and a lot of that percentage is about your wealth consciousness. 20% of business is marketing. So you can see that spending time on your wealth consciousness and your mindset is vital. So we will look at releasing money blocks and opening yourself up to receive the wealth you desire. Really understanding your money story and where it's come from and how to change it so that you can create a financially free mindset that allows you to feel completely supported by money and learning to manifest your desired income and learning to ask for the right value for you. And then we spend the final 2 weeks or 2 sessions on your sales and offerings, getting clarity on your unique talents, and you have more than you realise, figuring out your irresistible offerings and pricings, so no more pricing too low. We'll look at webinars, teleclasses, and how to connect with your audience because they need you. And we'll look at planning your signature product and course so that you can get out there and start selling as soon as the coaching program is finished or before. I normally charge $1,250 for this program, but my special offer to you who are on this call or listening to the recording for this 6-week coaching mentoring program that I've called Fuel Your Coaching Business is £650. And if you stay on to the end of this recording, you will see that I also have some bonuses to offer for those who take up my offer. So let's get back to the webinar. Step 6, find a partner. If you're not in the internet marketing field, or you may not be too aware of partner working, a lot of people refer to it as joint venture partnering or JV partnering. And this is far less intimidating than formal partnership. All it means is that you get you and another coach, not your direct competitor, but someone who complements what you do, get together and provide a special offer for both your client bases. This can be a great opportunity to bring in an expert to help teach your specific client base and something you don't specialize in, but that they really want to learn, and vice versa on your JV partner's side. You can have one JV partner or several. You can create live events online or a location that offer a round table or panel of experts, like a coaching summit. Some people call it a tele-summit. The beauty of partnering with multiple experts lies in the rich value each partner adds to the mix. If one expert is good, then 6 are better, or even 2. So that follows the mastermind principle of 2 heads are better than 1. You can naturally and easily interview each other, provide recordings of each other's presentations, sell these recordings after the live event is over, creating on-demand resources that will bring you and your partners passive income. Use each other's recordings as bonuses for each other's packages or offers. And best of all, you've just networked and cemented a relationship with a JV partner who will now automatically think of referring clients to you and teaming up for special events as a special guest at your next VIP day, for example. I think I've missed a slide here. So step 7 is network live. Other types of live events that can provide you with an instant major cash boost can be live events or mastermind retreats. Not only does this give you the perfect opportunity to invite former clients to attend, but it gives them the correct impression that you're elite, successful graduates of your inner circle, but they may welcome the top level attention. And if your coaching has been successful, they will easily be able to afford these types of special events. A live event can actually take place online with 2 or 3 calls spaced over the day and breaks or assignment time in between. Or it can take place offline at your physical brick and mortar office or some other location. And whilst these live events are great, your clients will love them and you can charge a top level fee. Mastermind retreats can be even more stimulating and lucrative, since you'll be focusing on a small elite group rather than one-on-one individual. This creates far more opportunity for gaining introductions and referrals, along with creating networking opportunities, particularly if you bring in guest experts. Excuse me. In fact, you should be on the lookout for opportunities to network 24/7. Anytime someone asks you what you do, just have a specific upbeat answer ready. So prepare this in advance, but something like, I coach people who want to achieve that goal by. And join local organisations could benefit from your coaching as well. Who do you know who needs coaching? Donate a free coaching session to a community business group or organisation the next time they hold an event or fundraiser, and they will. Holding special events and asking for donations of goods or services is endemic to community organisations, so keep an eye out for that, keep a lookout. Volunteer to speak at the next event, and remember to offer your free 15-minute sessions, pass around that sign-up sheet as well. And finally, let me introduce you to another powerful and effective way to network, this time with your own coaching peers. Create a referral group. The way to do this ethically and successfully is to invite other coaches who share the same target market, but whose services are complementary or have a different focus and goal from yours. It works like this. Perhaps you coach clients in spiritual healing through meditation, but a potential client comes to you who actually wants to learn a specific healing technique such as Reiki, or an existing client is ready to change direction and explore Reiki. You don't want to have to learn Reiki, but let's give her the name Susan. Susan, a member of your referral group, is a Reiki master and lives to teach that to others. You refer that particular potential client to her. A month later, she's approached by someone who really wants to get rid of stress, rather than learn to be a Reiki practitioner. So Susan recommends her to your healing meditation program. So the best way to approach running a referral group is to focus on the clients, on pooling your resources to help the maximum number of potential clients in ways they most need it, as opposed to focusing on helping each other make money. When your group's focus is on matching the right client with the right coach for their highest benefit, groups like this can be energizing, dynamic, and highly effective. And they naturally grow as people hear about the group and its high referral rate. There's one last networking strategy that perhaps is the most important of all, and that is avoiding the fatal mistake of ignoring the whole client renewal issue. Think about it. You've already worked with this particular client, be they paying or pro bono, free. You've built up a rapport, you've gained their trust, you've helped them achieve measurable results. Why wouldn't you want to extend their coaching? And this is where some coaches make a mistake, because they don't demonstrate the value of continued coaching to existing clients. I didn't say they didn't ask, but they simply asking a client if they want to continue with a new coaching package is vastly different from letting her know exactly which new gains, achievements, and benefits she can expect to reap from her continued coaching. In other words, give her an irresistible reason to stay or return. Always let your departing clients know what they're going to miss if they don't renew. Do consider offering special rates for a further commitment, a rate that will still create a win for you as well as reward for your client. So that hits the highlights on our 7 strategies, but I don't want you to leave the webinar thinking you have to go and rush out and throw every single strategy at every single potential client. I want you to leave with a plan. When the webinar is over, sit down with your notepad and go through the notes you've made. Then take a fresh page and make 2 headings side by side, fun and awkward. Draw a vertical line down the middle of the page, separating these headings into 2 distinct columns. Write down all the ways of getting referrals that felt natural or less intimidating to you in the fun column. Then write down any way of getting referrals that made your tummy tighten as you talked about it. Put this under the awkward column. Now comes the most important part of all. Recognize that we're not just talking about techniques here for getting referrals. If you focus on techniques, I guarantee you'll get minimal results. Instead, focus on building and maintaining strong relationships with subscribers, current clients, past clients, coaching peers, industry professionals, fans, group members, local business organisations, and even your local library. Also, be aware of which referral gathering techniques offer the possibility of landing clients quickly and immediately, and which referral gathering techniques should be thought of as long-term investments resulting in potential future leads. Maybe all of them are if you're just starting out or haven't even started your coaching business yet, but these are really powerful techniques that you can use. Make sure you practice both types of referral seeding, even if your focus is on filling open gaps in your business right now. Don't neglect longer-term strategies such as speaking at upcoming events. That way, if you get into the habit of planting short and long-term seeds, you'll always have opportunities to easily acquire more clients whenever you need them. Make a plan for landing new clients quickly and/or actively soliciting referrals, but don't think of it as getting new clients. Think of it as reaching the right people who need my help now. Realize that unless you have the actual systems set up that you can fall back on, you're likely to be floundering around with gaps in your schedule, feeling your confidence and competence slip further down and away every day you're without work. If you don't at least have a few strategies you recognize and use, you don't have a hope of quickly landing a new client. And if you don't feel comfortable asking for referrals or asking if people need your coaching, the people you are asking will almost certainly feel uncomfortable too. Knowing your reasons for feeling uncomfortable constitutes a vital step in overcoming sticking points and actually landing valuable referrals. For example, if you know you're just uncomfortable because your mother taught you never to ask for anything, that's one thing. That's when you should tough it out and persevere and know that your unease will eventually disappear when you've practiced a few more times. But knowing you're uncomfortable because your new client has just finished telling you something emotionally charged and highly personal, and here you are brightly asking her if she would share her trauma with the world and recommend your help, when she's only been talking to you for 30 minutes, is another thing altogether. Refrain from asking for a referral in a situation like this is called being sensitive and putting your client needs first. And don't worry, you will be rewarded. If you're really sensitive to her needs, you may be surprised to find out before long that she's actually enthusiastically recommended you to a potential client, all because you respected her emotional state and gained her trust. So getting comfortable with asking for referrals or offering people the chance to work with you is often simply a matter of reframing. Changing your focus off your own financial need and back onto your clients. Changing your words, losing words that make you feel pushy or salesy or uncomfortable, and substituting words that you can believe in, like introduction instead of referral. Changing your approach from avoiding asking to setting up a plan that feels good. Changing old fears that you're imposing or otherwise using people by asking for recommendations or offering coaching into a healthier, more realistic belief system that you have something valuable to offer. So it's time to look past your old inhibitions and misconceptions about getting new clients. Like you teach your own clients, don't focus on problems. Instead, focus on the results you wanted for yourself and your clients. Realize it's all about the value you bring and the trust you create. When people depend on you, they regard it as a privilege to either recommend you or come back themselves for more coaching. And be sure to give your peers, subscribers, fans and clients, past and present, a clear vision of exactly how and when to refer you by being very clear on things such as how you can help, what you specialize in or are known for, and what makes you different. Don't be afraid to put words in their mouth by being specific and simply telling them again what you do. It's not about the techniques. There's no such thing as being completely natural except for a lucky few. But when you combine deep respect with a little intelligent strategizing and planning, it'll become easier to acquire new or recurring clients whenever you want them. When you realize that you can get past the dreaded gap in clients syndrome very naturally, increasing your opportunities to network in ways that also automatically increase your visibility and allow others to spontaneously sing your praises. When you realize you can get beyond this to a place where you actually have a waiting list or clients all wanting to create courses and programs faster than you can create them, that's the time you can raise your rates and really enjoy referring your surplus backlog of clients to other coaches too. So just to recap my offer to you, a 6-week coaching program, one-to-one private coaching for 6 weeks with me to fuel your coaching business. And I have the amazing rate of only £650 when it is normally £1,250. I also have 2 bonuses for you. A 21 ideas blueprint for client attraction, and also a really great done for you marketing plan for client attraction too. So if you book a coaching session with me, you'll automatically get these bonuses. If you're not sure if the program's right for you, then please book a discovery session by emailing me at karen@smartwomanacademy.co.uk. And I'd love to chat with you about your situation and see if the program is right for you. So all that remains for me to say is thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you on another webinar. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.